No, the one you were just singing.
Oh, I could. My name is something. I'm here to say S&D every day in a major way, and I am not gay, but I like to play. But not for pay.
That's pretty good.
Hey, thanks. Maybe we can roll in some hay. Listen to what I say.
I mean, I didn't see it.
All right. All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of I Didn't See It, But I Believe You. I'm Doug.
I'm Joel, and you're listening to episode 143. If you're keeping track, thanks so much for sticking around so long. 143 episodes, nothing to fucking sneeze at, customers.
The closer we get to 150, the more chaos I know that I personally have created for this podcast on our end. Everything I try to do right, it tends to just almost get there. Like, oh, I could see the potential in this. And then it's like, oh, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And it comes crashing down. As we just spent probably the past 45 to an hour just trying simply to try a different system. And then I was
I have a counterpoint to that, though, because I don't want you to get too down on yourself.
Oh,
listen. Yeah, so check it out. I mean, for the people who don't realize, we never did anything like this before we did this. Like, we never did a podcast until we did the podcast. We never fucking put anything out like that till we put something out like that. And then when I moved, we had never done remote video until we did remote video. Then we had never done Iris till we did Iris. We will fucking get this, customers. In fact, I'm going to say now on April 23rd, 2022 at 1:47 p.m. that next week's episode will be very nice looking.
You're 147? I'm 145.
Oh, weird, dude. It must be because I'm so far away.
You're straight up. You're up.
Time, man. What the fuck?
Time, man. That's so crazy to think of time. So, dude, I'm watching this one video because so if those didn't know, I'm like a fan of competitive eating and, and stuff like that. But anyways, when you talk about that Joel Hansen dude or whatever, and I'm watching it, and it's still the video just popped up. It's just like just so I have something to like distract me, I guess, from the show. But he went to an all-you-can-eat. He got his 400,000 subscriber. So to celebrate, he went to eat 40 fried pieces of fish at an all-you-can-eat joint.
Okay.
And he wanted to eat 40 to celebrate. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, they're like, hey man, you're done. Like, no more for you. And he's like, genuinely like blown away and upset. I'm like, well, man, yeah, I guess that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it's like you're all you can eat. You know, you gotta pay the piper or whatever the expression insert here. But then he's like, for the all you can eat fish, it was $15. That's cheap as hell.
Yeah.
He's just like mowing through it, and the owner's like, no. He's hurt. His feelings are hurt. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, they're calling it all you can eat, so yeah, you got to pay the toll. But at the same time, it's like, man, like, dude, do you really need to put this little small mom and pop eat their $15 all you can eat fish where they're expecting people to have like maybe 5, you know?
Well, okay, so you're not wrong in that it is like one of those things where it's like, well, who fucking is really the bad guy in the situation? But I didn't realize this, and it's not like this in America, or at least not anymore. But in the UK and shit, all you can eat buffets are a very large part of people's lives. Like they're very popular over there. And I watched this really weird, what is it? BCC, CBC, BNN, BC. Oh my God.
BBC?
Thank you. Holy shit. I was watching this BBC documentary about people who run those all you can eat things in the UK, and how their biggest struggle is that it's not just competitive eaters. It's on a Sunday, normal motherfuckers will come in and just be like, oh, I'm going to destroy everything. So there's actually laws about what you can do at all you can eat places in the UK. because people over there, they're so popular that that's actually a huge issue they all run into.
Like the owner's like, I'd rather have you stuff your fucking pockets with Kung Pao chicken before you eat another five plates, right?
Yeah, of course.
I'd rather you freaking take a to-go box full to the brim than sit here and eat 10 more pounds. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, sure. And I mean, it's such a strange thing because who do you blame in that situation? It's called all you can eat. But on the other hand, a normal person doesn't eat 40 fucking fish fillets.
Oh yeah. No, that's what I was saying. It's like, where's the gray area? So it's like,
that's the gray area for sure. That's it.
Because isn't it like with the Olive Garden? Didn't Olive Garden used to be all you can eat pasta, and now it's called like never ending pasta?
It's called never ending pasta and breadsticks. But there's people who have whole TikToks, which we're going to get into later. But there's full TikToks about how to maximize your haul from never ending breadsticks and pasta there.
Never ending skid marks. Am I right? Well, there's fucking pants from here to fucking home. I don't know.
Have you seen there's a video of a dude who the camera's right up in his face, so you can't really tell where he is, and he's like talking about how to maximize what you can get from the never-ending pasta and breadsticks, and all of a sudden you just hear the most rowdy sound of shit, and he zooms out and he's in the Olive Garden bathroom shitting out what he ate so he can go refill.
That's so fucking gross.
Is that gnarly, bro?
Is that considered a purge?
Yes, I think it has to be.
Hey, well, spinning back to just a quick touch base with Randy Santel. He's not necessarily a competitive eater. He's more of a
show off.
I thought I said it pretty well last week. He's not a competitive eater. He is a professional food challenge
guy,
contestant or something.
Sure.
Anyways, but no, we're talking about, Randy packed on a few LBs. He's not purging too much, but I must say, the last video I watched of Randy definitely could tell that he's trimmed off a few pounds. He takes a cycling bike with it, or a cycling bike. What the fuck? He takes a stationary bike with him on the road now, and he like rides his stationary for like an hour and a half before he does his comp.
You know what would be tight is if him and Katina are always on the road together now. What they should do is they should get like an Astro van, and one of them drives, and every 30 miles they switch off. Somebody has to run next to the car.
Oh, no. Forgive Joel. He's still getting used to this whole concept of running
and miles.
How fast a human body can truly go.
Well, Michael Scott ran 28 miles an hour. We all saw it happen.
Usain Bolt, I think, let's figure out his top speed. What is Usain Bolt's top speed?
I believe it was 22 miles an hour.
No, it's faster. It's faster than that, I'm sure. Usain.
Top speed. Fuck. It's 27 miles an hour. But still, I mean, to run anywhere between 18 and 20 is fucking basically like top of the line. This motherfucker's running 27.
Dude, okay, so 43.99 kilometers per hour. That's how fast Usain Bolt runs. What does that mean?
27 miles an hour.
27 miles. I don't think that translates, Jolie. Let's find
I'm looking at it. 43.99 kilometers per hour is 27.3 miles an hour.
I believe you. Relax. Sorry, I don't want any trouble. But how fast? How long can he go out like that? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, he does what? 100 meter races.
100 meters. So
how fucking far is that?
There's 3 feet in a meter. Excuse me.
So 300 feet.
Yeah, I guess. How many feet are in a meter?
Oh shit. And bro, he didn't even hit his top speed until 67 meters in. He built up for 67 meters, bro.
3.2 feet. 3.2 feet in a meter. That means if they made it a 500 meter race, he would
that changes nothing about how fast he goes.
He'd run in outer space.
Oh shit. Hey,
he goes so fast that he would take flight.
Speaking of outer space, because I know like there's nothing really to report on the JWST right now.
Yeah.
Which we fucking knew this was going to happen. We warned you motherfuckers that it's going to be a lot of fucking updates and then a bunch of weeks of no updates because this is a boring months. This is a very boring process. Don't worry, we'll come back to it. But I just found out about the Russian astronaut who fell to the Earth. Do you know about this?
Let's make sure it's still there.
Do you know about this?
No.
Okay.
Russian to Earth?
Yeah.
Like he tripped and fell?
No. Okay.
Jumped to Earth.
Okay, listen. His name was...
I guess fall. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So I got deep into this morning. Okay, so in April... Holy shit! On April 24th, 1967, which is 55 years ago tomorrow.
That guy's been falling for 55 years.
He went into space in the Soyuz capsule. Okay, he was in space with the Russian Space Federation, the RSF, I believe, and or the SFSR back then. And on April 24th, 1967, he was attempting to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere in the capsule that detaches from the ship. You know, the one they come down to Earth in that parachutes him into the ocean, like in Apollo 13.
I must have missed a huge chunk of this information because I am under the impression that the dude's been up in space for 57 years.
No. Listen, so he tried to come home on April 24th, 1967, and he called into the the Russian mission control and was screaming and crying, telling them, I fucking warned you guys that this wasn't going to work. And nobody listened to me. I warned you guys that we weren't going to be able to do this. And he was alive as he crashed, as he fell all the way from space into Earth. And he was screaming and crying in rage, even after entering the Earth's atmosphere. This motherfucker was conscious the entire time he plummeted from space to Earth. And then he burnt up and turned into this shriveled little fucking, it looks like a black blob. It's insane.
And he just landed?
Yeah, he just landed yesterday. No, he was screaming for 57 years, and they were just like, we don't know what to do. Oh my God. The reason he was so mad was because before they even went up, he told the people in charge at the Russian Space Federation that it absolutely was not going to work, and that the capsule was going to fail. And so he requested that they remove the person they had piloting it and replace it with him so that he would die and his friend wouldn't die.
Oh, that's fucking sweet.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I just had this image of him just being shoved in there by those fucking Russians. Just like cramming him. It's not going to work. Like, this is a bad idea.
God,
please don't do this.
They said he shook his head and cried the entire time that he launched into the air because he knew he was never coming back.
I mean, I'm not laughing at the dude.
No, it's fucking crazy. And you can't help but be like, holy shit, what a different world. Imagine being like President Kennedy. We shouldn't go to the moon.
It's unnecessary. There's absolutely no reason to even go up there. You know what I mean? And he's just like, well, got it. Can't let my best friend do it. Joel.
His body turned molten.
I'll tell you right now, man, I would never, ever allow you to get in that ship. I promise.
No,
okay?
Listen, if they're telling me that I'm going to get launched up into space, if we've reached the point of society where they're launching Joel into space, Doug, just let it happen. Something serious is going on. Something cataclysmic has happened if they are resorting to putting me in a spaceship.
If like say if Armageddon was a true story and that was like a retelling of the true story, Armageddon. Mm-hmm. Your character, that Steve Buscemi, you would have been Steve Buscemi's character in real life.
The first line he says in that movie is, I swear she said she was 18. There are jokes in that movie that aged so badly.
Dude, Steve Buscemi, dude. I wonder how big his his schlong is.
Probably fucking huge. You know why I know that? Because he emanates BDE constantly. I mean, do we have to get into the fact that on 9/11 he fucking just suited up and went down to ground zero and started fucking helping? What?
He used to be a firefighter.
I know, and I know that everybody loves to tell that story, and it's such a joke on Reddit because it's like the number one thing people say about him. It's like not really a fact not really like a news thing to anyone anymore. But that's fucking crazy.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He also he's been stabbed and everything. He's like
I'm the one who stabbed him on the set of Waterboy.
He's a bad dude, man. He gets down. Look at that. What's his wonky eye called in Big Daddy?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. Why does he have that wonky?
Mr. Deeds. He's like, Mr. Deeds. He's like, your pepperoni pizza with Oreos. It's like, who's this guy? Oh, this is my new friend Greg. Huh? I don't like him.
If you Google Steve Buscemi, you know how it like always tells you. We've done this on the show before, but the top things that come up, the number one thing that comes up if you Google Steve Buscemi is what is up with Steve Buscemi's eyes.
Steve Buscemi's wife. I got that. What's up with eyes?
Well, nothing. He just has wrinkles around him, so that makes him look weirder. But people used to Photoshop his eyes on other people's faces, and his wife thought it was funny, but he didn't like it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know why. It's not a very nice thing to do.
Oh, dude, let's make fun of somebody who deserves it for a second. Please tell me you've seen some of the videos of Marjorie Taylor Greene getting grilled in court. It is hysterical.
No, I haven't, but I have been seeing stuff about it. I've been
not even like on a political tip. If this was a Democrat, I would be equally amused by this. It's very funny. She is getting she is a moron. They have her on the stand and her lawyer is objecting to fucking everything, right? And the other lawyer is just essentially like, listen, I have the right. I'm entitled to yes or no questions from this chick. She has to give them. And the judge is like also pissed. And he's basically saying this isn't political theater. Fucking get on with it. This is an evidentiary hearing, not a fucking court trial. So they're asked. The main funny thing that happened yesterday was they were like, so would it be fair to say you think Nancy Pelosi is a traitor to this country? And she's like, she goes, I'm not going to answer that. That's speculation. I never said anything like that. And they go, can we pull up evidence number 5? And she goes, well, wait a second. Now, hold on. Now, I did say I disagree with her about this. Bro, every time she denied something, they would go, oh, tight. All right, well, it's right here where you're just on video doing that. And it was so great all day.
It's crazy. What is she? Congressperson?
She's a congressperson. And if you really want to know something insane, after you finish your sentence, I'll tell you how she became a congressperson.
How is a person able to get
strap
that
in?
far? Okay.
Strap in. This is fucking nuts. So Marjorie Taylor Greene is wildly rich. Okay. She's wealthy. It's not a secret. She comes from money. Okay. She gained sort of an online following in early 2019. As like sort of a mouthpiece for QAnon and just the more wild extreme parts of the right. Uh-huh. And she gained a pretty decent following from that online. Then she moved. I want to make sure I got where she's actually a congressperson. She moved to whatever county it was in Georgia that she needed to be a part of in order to win this election. Okay. She moved there. She ran an insane campaign against the Republican nominee to win the primary. Okay. And then she went up against the Democrat, this guy named Kevin Osdell, who was by all accounts a genuinely good-hearted, nice guy who just wanted to try to change politics, even though that's incredibly naive, by being sort of the reach across the aisle good guy. Okay. Yeah. So he's running this campaign of just being nice and talking to people and understanding people. And she fucking shows up and starts running what most political pundits call the nastiest campaign of all time, where she's she's got her people sending this dude death threats on this guy's new baby and his wife and shit. Yes. She fucking pushes this dude and his family to such a breaking point that on the 29th day of this guy's campaign, his wife files for divorce and leaves him. He becomes homeless, living in a hotel. He ends up having to move to Indiana to live with his parents, which makes him unable to even run anymore. And Marjorie Taylor Greene runs unopposed. And that's how she wins, despite over 70% of the people who could vote for her not voting for her because she ran unopposed. And they're trying to do that all over the country by changing the gerrymandering laws and the voter laws and the districts. It's fucking crazy. Hey, since we're already in some sticky water, how about that Johnny Depp Amber Heard case, huh?
Dude, I've watched a few of it. I'm more watching those clips where it's like Johnny Depp just being hilarious on the stand.
God, he is incredibly charming. It's really, really hard to tell how much of it is I don't pulling the wool over our eyes.
Yeah. Well, with that said, I also need to make it clear. I hope that I think everybody knows my stance on these kind of things, like with from Will Smith to this. I could not care less.
Sure.
I could not care less.
These people don't involve us at all.
Trial, this whole entire trial is like just complete. It's complete Hollywood. It's
pretty funny though. You gotta admit,
it's just a new reality TV show, and it's hilarious. Don't get me wrong, but like I'm just simply saying is I don't care what happens. I'm just kind of like in Amber Heard or whatever. It blows my mind that she's from
Austin.
Yeah,
well, you could find quite a few people who went to high school with her that have some funny stories about her, but I really don't give a shit about. They both to me seem like pretty terrible people. I honestly don't give a fuck.
I don't know. I mean, but it just isn't being terrible subjective.
Sure, absolutely. And that being said, though, I just want to touch on some of the funny things that we've heard in this trial. Amber Heard calls taking a shit dropping a grumpy.
Dude.
I was shocked when I heard that.
That's a thing, though.
I had to look that up. I had to look it up. I never heard that in my life.
You never heard of punching a grumpy?
No, I've definitely never heard of punching a grumpy. Yeah, I've heard of making a grumpy or dropping a grumpy.
I've always heard that before, punching a grumpy.
Well, that blew my fucking mind that she said that. When they asked Johnny Depp, they said, Paul Bettany is a friend you've done drugs with, huh? And he goes, that's a weird question. Paul Bettany is a friend. And they go, and you've done drugs with him, right? And he goes, yeah. That was probably my favorite exchange of the whole thing.
That'd be so tight. Be like, and how many times were you around when Miss Heard released a grumpy? I believe you're meaning grumpy. The way he talks is so weird.
It's hysterical when he's going, yes, that's my signature. Yeah, 3 times that's my signature.
The same one from the 3 times before.
So I have to give him this, man. I honestly could not give a shit less. But he's very charming.
He's like, let me guess, say. Yeah.
It's funny because watching it, you can totally tell. That's how he got famous. That motherfucker is wildly charming and like off the cuff, bro. He doesn't know the shit they're gonna say. That shit's just coming to him off the cuff.
Wildly charming. Yeah, he's wildly charming to say the least. He's Johnny fucking Depp, and I don't know. I don't know. What the hell? I don't know. Really, I wish I had something else to say.
Fuck him. We don't have shit to say about him, and I don't care.
When he says on the stand that he gave Marilyn Manson a pill to get him to stop talking so much.
Oh, I was laughing so hard. I don't understand what's going on. I really don't.
Like, why are you talking about what is happening?
Bro, Elon Musk is there as a character witness for Amber. It's the most confusing trial I've ever seen.
What?
Elon Musk is a character witness for Amber.
Meaning he's, what's that
on
mean?
her side. Meaning he's defending her character. He's a witness. Musk? Yeah, because a lot of people think that her baby that she claims she got through IVF is from him.
She has a baby from IVF? I don't even know what that means.
It's the fucking, in vitro. What? I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, moving beyond that though. Damn it.
It's okay, dude.
I've noticed a lot of people and this also blew my mind. So many people think his name is Johnny Depp. I've seen so many statuses, Johnny Depp.
How do you spell it?
Depp.
Depp.
R-O-K. R-O-C-K.
That's right. The C is silent. Are you all the nicest things? Cars, clothes. Actually, the shirt belongs to Frank. Hey, can I wear these with this?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't tell if I had to wear black shorts with this.
Hey,
hey,
how much do you know about TikTok?
Not much. How much do you know about the Civil War?
The Silver War?
The Silver War. That's gonna be that's what the pawn shops were. That if we had a reality show, like you go back in time and you go into like a pawn shop back then, it's like instead of the pawn stars, it's like the Silver Wars. It's weird that you can still like find silver like things that Paul Revere made.
What do you mean?
Like like silver pots, pans.
Are they expensive?
I would imagine so.
I just found out that you can buy stuff autographed by like Ben Franklin.
And I mean, I guess we could just autograph something as Ben Franklin. And they're like, oh, no doubt this is live ink.
No. Like, okay, I'm on eBay right now. An 1819 original Ben Franklin secretary letter signed by him is only $4,400. Guys, this is crazy. Do you own any Ben Franklin autographs? Tell us about it in the comments. Wow, some of this stuff is really stupid. You could get Davy Crockett's roommate's pal a check. Oh, we gotta tell Doug about that when he gets back. Where do you guys think Doug went? Leave it down below in the comments. Y'all, this is wild. Some of the stuff that's on here. We got Franklin D. Roosevelt's mom autographed this photo for $55. All right. Anyway, that's boring.
No, sorry, man. I freaking I'm watching the little guy today, so I'm like just seeing his head like pop around the corner, just like giving. So I'm like, go.
You are fine.
I just hear Luigi's Mansion stuff playing. I'm like, close the door. He's like,
oh, he's playing Luigi's Mansion on Switch.
He loves Luigi's Mansion.
The Switch one?
Yeah.
We love that one too. That's a lot of fun.
What were we talking about? I'm sorry.
Ben Franklin autographs. So here, I want to crack you up with something real quick. None of this shit on eBay is actually Benjamin Franklin, except there is a signed Declaration of Independence book from 1783, and they want $40K for it. And it's got 45 watchers, so there are people interested in it. But here's what I was laughing at while you were gone. There's a lot of shit that's autographed by people who just don't fucking matter at all. This one is autographed by Benjamin Franklin's roommate's friend. It's a check signed by by Davy Crockett's roommate's friend.
Hell yeah.
$595. He's not even the person.
That's really cool, Joel.
You're welcome.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you a riddle.
Okay, let's go.
All right. What has to be broken before it can be used?
Heart.
Damn. That's good, Joel. I'll take that. But no, you're wrong.
Hell yeah. Deep.
An egg.
That's not true, though, because if you're only going to shove it up your ass or hard boil it, then you don't have to worry about any of that. False.
Anyways,
give me some more riddles.
Oh, more?
Yeah.
I'm tall when I'm young and I'm short when I'm old. What am I?
A man.
Wrong.
What's the answer?
A candle.
Hey, when is a door no longer a door?
When you walk through it?
When it's a jar.
Got him.
Got him. Dude, okay, how do you feel about dragons?
What kind?
Dragging these nuts across your face? Oh, God!
Oh, fuck yeah, that's good. I want to look up the... Hold on.
Well, while Doug's looking this up real quick, let me just tell you guys something. So I went and saw the movie The Northman yesterday, and I just want to gush about it a little bit. It's fucking fantastic. It's directed by Robert Eggers. He made The Lighthouse with Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson, and The Witch from a few years back. It is very, very violent and very weird and out there, but it's also $100 million Viking movie, which how many of those do you ever fucking see in your life? And it's really good. It just had me so pumped up, dude. I legitimately could have killed someone in the theater. I was so amped up. It was just crazy, dude. It was, dude. I like, and this isn't really like a spoiler or anything, but if you don't want to know anything that happens, spoilers in 3, 2, 1. The end of this movie has 2 naked dudes sword fighting on top of a volcano that's erupting. It's insane, Doug.
You see their hammers, their man hammers swinging around?
You do a little bit. It's a lot of shadows when they're fighting, but the movie, I mean, dog, if dick is what you're after, there's dick in this movie, there's butt, there's a lot of violence.
Did we talk on air about Willem Dafoe's Winky?
No, that was in the car yesterday.
Okay.
So Willem, we've talked about it before, I think, but so for those who don't know, Willem Dafoe has a massive dick. I mean, just like huge. And the reason we know this is because there's well, it's always been a rumor, but there's a movie called Antichrist. It's a very fucked up Lars von Trier picture, and it has a lot of full frontal nudity from both him and Charlotte Gainsbourg. And his dick in that movie is massive. In the movie Antichrist, the dick that you see is huge. So everybody was like, well, there's your proof. Just look at Antichrist. And the director came out and was like, no, that's fake. And everybody was like a little disappointed. He's like, because his actual dick is so big that it looks ridiculous on camera. It doesn't seem believable. It looks fake. Imagine.
Dude, it's just like when you like see Willem Dafoe like walking down the street now, or any interview, or him flying across the screen as Orange Goblin or whatever the fuck he's called.
Orange Goblin, yeah. Doug loves comic books.
That's a band. Hobgoblin. What's he called?
Knob Goblin.
Green Goblin, right?
No, Knob Goblin.
that's why it's like. No, he's actually the Knob Goblin because he's swinging hammers between his fucking legs.
Oh shit! I'm the Knob Gobbler.
He hasn't been able to walk down the sidewalk in years because of the development.
People just walk up and grab his dick. Hey, you're that guy with the huge cock.
He has a callus on the tip of his ding dong because he's been dragging it across the sidewalk for the past 30 years.
Speaking of big dicks, ever since Pete Davidson said this about Ariana Grande, it stuck with me, and I really do think that he's probably right. I know it's a joke, but the more I think about it, the more I think he's probably right. You know, Ariana started that whole rumor that he had like a massive dick, and it became just like a whole thing that must be why all these women want to be with him, because he just got this massive meat package. Okay. And he went on some fucking show, and they were like, bro, like, I mean, all the most beautiful women are just like clamoring for you. Why? And he was like, nah, this is fucking bullshit. He was like, my ex-girlfriend went on TV and made sure that any girl I ever hook up with is going to be disappointed.
That's awesome.
Like, and he's probably right. Because all these women are probably like, I know, Ariana Grande said this dude's got a truck down there.
Say, hey, Ariana said you had a giant schlong.
Be like, no.
No, I did a movie with Bill Burr.
No, I did a movie with Bill Murray. Poor Bill Murray. I knew this shit was going to come for him sooner or later.
What happened? Tell me.
Well, no one knows for sure, but they just suspended production on Aziz Ansari's new movie, Being Mortal, based on the Otwal Gwandi book. And at first, people were like, uh-oh, Aziz? But no, Bill Murray. The production shut down because of complaints against Bill Murray. That's all anybody knows right now. And
it's been a long time coming. His stories have been pretty intense.
And this to me is just another fucking. It goes with what you were saying about not caring about these fucking people. We've got to stop celebrity worship as a society. It has been less than a decade since, for some fucking reason, out of nowhere, Bill Murray's PR team decided that he was going to be America's sweetheart. We had hundreds of people cruising around with Bill Murray bumper stickers. There's a documentary called Mythical Tales of Bill Murray, and I'm all about how he's such a cool, down-to-earth fucking dude. There's like, we've got to stop with that shit. How many motherfuckers have a tattoo that is just insufferable drunk on their body? Like, and they could have found that shit out about him if they would have just looked into it a little bit.
But you don't know him either. So what if he is the cool down to earth?
That's my point. I don't know him either, though. So like, they're going by what people are saying about him. They don't know him, you know? They're making a right, but in doing that, I'm not branding myself him.
Sure. I I like Bill Murray. He's never done anything wrong to me.
I like Bill Murray as a movie actor.
I never seen him do any of those somewhat horrible things.
He kicked my dog.
It's like, I don't know, nothing. Everything I heard, he's just kind of a jerk. You know what I mean?
But I think that's.
But we all have that in us. We all have that in us.
Right, but you can't be a jerk to people at work. Well, you are, but I can't be. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Doug is super nice to work with. I've worked with him multiple times. I have.
I think I'm a nice guy to work with. I mean, yeah,
you're a nice guy to work with. You're a hard worker,
dude. I'm known by a lot of people to have a chip on my shoulder, so I get it, man. So whatever.
I don't think you have a chip on your shoulder. I actually loved working with you. It was my favorite. Were the days when I just
work. Just talking about like life.
Oh yeah, well in life you're an asshole, but at work you're fine. No, Doug is not an asshole, by the way.
I don't think I'm an asshole. I think I can be a dick at times. I think I can be very inconsiderate of others when I want my alone time. You know what I mean? So like, if I want to be alone and you're not allowing me to be so, I can be unpleasant for sure.
I think everybody can. That's fair to say about everybody. Do you know? I just found this out. How strong a puffer fish is?
How strong a puffer fish is? That's crazy. I got a good tab too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, I saw a video where a dude stuck his finger in a puffer fish's mouth, and
it bit it off.
Bro, it went through the bone like that. So I was like, yes. So I was like blown away by that. I was like, no fucking way. Must have been something weird about it. Nope. I saw a video where a tiny puffer fish is in a feeding aquarium, and they drop a massive crab, and he eats it alive, the full crab in 2 bites. After 1 bite, the crab is just pieces.
Huh.
Insane.
So with that said, Joel and I are trying to get this to where we can actually see the evidence of these things on our screen. Hopefully next week we can have that figured out.
Shit, are we going to have to change the title so we can see it?
No.
I've seen it.
I'm going to change a goddamn thing. I cracked up so much about last week's title. I didn't eat it.
I thought that was a good one too.
Dude, that fucking got me good. All right, so let's talk about this. I was so enamored with the Pronto pup and like the history of that and everything. So I just like looked up something. The history in the U.S. phone cake were originally associated with Pennsylvania Dutch country. What? It was one of the first North American fried foods, which is associated with the Pennsylvania Dutch German immigrants who came to Pennsylvania in the 17th and 18th century. It's also known as carnival cake.
Where the fuck is it known as carnival cake?
But I just figured that would be another one that's like, oh, at the state fair in 1942, but it's like an old food.
Do you think, though, that it was what it is now, which is just fried batter with butter and powdered sugar on top?
I don't know. I wasn't there, Joel. I didn't do that.
I didn't eat it, but I believe you. If you go on YouTube, there's a lot of channels where a lot of cooking channels where they'll cook old timey stuff.
James Townsend. I used to talk about him all the time. Remember?
Oh yeah. Well, so like yeah, and oftentimes the title will be like cooking macaroni and cheese from 1540 or whatever, and you click on it, and what they are cooking is decidedly not mac and cheese. You know what I mean? Like everything is so different.
It's like probably like flour water that they let dry and turn into like a somewhat pasta and then melt cheese on top of it.
Like goat blood or something.
Yeah, dude, like the original ketchup or whatever. It's like, dude, everybody thinks that ketchup is like tomato ketchup. That's not true. Like ketchup actually, it derives from the word catsup, and it's like an ancient sauce from China. And then they finally made it over here. It's like usually it's essentially a fermented sauce, like a condiment or whatever that you would use on food. Didn't necessarily mean tomatoes. And then in America, I guess when Heinz just got a hold of it, the crop that they popularized was tomatoes, like tomatoes ketchup, and the name changed over the years. But like there's like old school like mushroom ketchups and stuff like that the settlers and colonists and stuff used to make.
So ketchup was more of like a catch-all term for like a savory spread.
No, what? No, savory spread. That's fucking Vegemite. It's a savory spread that you put on toast.
Well, I'm sorry, savory condiment. Is ketchup not savory?
No, I mean, ketchup is as much as I don't really care for ketchup, ketchup is quite complex. It does have a lot of umami going on in there. It has a lot of depth. It's sweet. It does have some savoriness going in there. It's one of the sweeter side for me, though. It has that vinegar tang to it. So
No,
I mean,
agree with that.
ketchup is a well-rounded condiment. I will give it that. It's just that it only has a time and a place in my usage. And like,
Same.
hot fries.
Hot
You know,
fries. That's
yeah.
it. That's honestly it for me. Is there
Pretty
anything
much
else for you?
Man, it's really tough. There's some burger pop-ups around town that swear by ketchup, and I'll have it on there, and it works in those applications. But I'm a mustard and pickle guy on my freaking burgers and stuff. But
same. Are you a mayonnaise guy? Just to keep it on the burgers for a minute. Are you a mayonnaise guy? And if so, are you a Burger King mayonnaise guy or like a regular amount of mayonnaise guy?
No, I don't like mayonnaise on my stuff. Every now and then, like I've been having bologna sandwiches a lot lately, and I'm fucking totally digging them, and I'll put a little bit of mayonnaise on them. But that's just really just to be more of a vessel to carry more flavors.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like more of a. Okay, so mayonnaise, aioli, whatever you want to, whatever way you want to look at it, mayonnaise is somewhat flavorless, and it's more of a textural thing. And the thing is, it really carries flavors from something else a very long way. Mustard, ketchup, even dill, freaking pickles. It just does everything. You know what I mean? It doesn't muddle anything away. Like, it doesn't make anything disappear. In fact, it allows it to enhance and then be a part and be more manageable and spread and add some more texture. So mayonnaise does have proper applications, in my opinion. And so, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but like any secret sauce and everything like that, anything that's a pink sauce, that is mayonnaise, mustard,
Thousand Island,
ketchup. That's what Thousand Island is. Mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, and pickles. That's what it is. That is what a Thousand Island is.
Yeah, if you the In-N-Out spread is literally just Thousand Island and onions. I'm fairly certain.
I assure you that it is mayonnaise, ketchup, mustard mixed together.
Let's find out right now.
Before we leave ketchup, anybody that has a Whatabuger in their dude,
we were almost right. Just to stop real quick, the animal sauce is mayonnaise, ketchup, sweet pickle relish, sugar, onions.
Okay, so the new ketchup at Whataburger, not the spicy ketchup, not the black label. They have a limited time only white label, and it's ketchup with actual hot sauce in it. It is fucking heaven sent.
Yeah?
Yes. Definitely go check it out.
I haven't been to a Whataburger in probably a year.
Dude, I got a burger the other morning for breakfast, and I was so mad that I was like cussing the burger out. Because
was it bad?
It was
dude,
terrible.
Look, listen, I 1,000% on this show 2 years ago said that people were overreacting about selling to Chicago to that firm in Chicago. I said, y'all are overreacting. This is the most important fast food establishment in Texas. They're not going to let this fuck up. They're letting this fuck up.
Dude,
it's something has been severely off about Whataburger for over a year.
Dude, it was terrible. And I think Whataburger's stopped. I could have swore they did when I was a kid. Maybe I was fucking wrong, man. Maybe I've been like, because like Whataburger does have so many better options. Like one of my favorite things to go to, breakfast.
Sure.
But my favorite sandwich that they have, probably my all-time favorite, outside of A1 Thick and Hearty, but that I'll let you have that one. But is honey barbecue chicken sandwich.
Sure, that's Caroline's favorite.
No, that's not what I was fucking talking about. It's the one with the chicken strips on the toast with the barbecue sauce and the cheese. Honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich. Is that what it's called?
That's what that was. That's.
I'm thinking honey butter chicken biscuit. No, yeah. So like, no, I'm right. The one I'm talking about, honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich. Right. It's one of the all-time fours. That is typically my go-to. Right.
Right.
And dude, like the last time I got that, I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, it's like they're not doping the bottom buns. And I could have swore they used to do that.
Yeah.
You know what doping a bun is? And you watch George Motes. We talked about him before on here. George Motes is like known for like hamburger history and stuff like that. And he pretty much spread the word. He's like, when you put mayo, anything on a bun, that's referred to as doping a bun.
So you're saying that they used to put sauce on the bottom one, but they don't now?
Or that they used to do that. Now they don't. Dude, any place that doesn't dope the bottom bun, I'm like, you're just wasting bread. Like I won't even eat the bread. I'll just like fucking.
It is weird. It is weird to think about it. Yeah, it used to be Because, McDonald's does that. The bottom bread, you could just take off and throw away. There's nothing on the bottom bread. Every topping is above the patty. Oh, dude, since we're on the subject of fast food, I try not to eat too much of it anymore, but we fucking swung through Wendy's on a whim of like 2 or 3 months ago.
Dude.
Bro, they have this thing called the barbecue bacon bourbon burger. And it is...
Not the barbecue burger.
Honestly, now that the A1 Thick and Hearty doesn't exist anymore and will never come back, that is maybe the best burger that exists now.
Not the barbecue bacon bourbon burger.
It's so good, dude. And you can get a double, a triple.
Dude, okay, so the other night I was freaking got off work late and I was starving, dude. And the only thing that was open was the fucking Wendy's on 35 and 6th. The one
fuck that.
Right? I was like, man. I was even downloading the app. I'm like, I gotta eat. I was like,
you might as well just pee in your hands and eat that. Dude,
hold on. The line was like 5 deep when I got there, and before I could even get the app downloaded on my phone, I'm talking about, dude, period of 10 minutes. I was at the drive-through window and picking up my food. Like, it was so fast.
But was it good?
Hold on. I got the Asiago chicken sandwich, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I was like, man, this is going to suck. Like, this is the worst mistake ever. They were so nice to me. Dude, I'm talking about like past midnight.
Right.
And so
they're 24, right?
Are they like till like 4 a.m.?
Yeah, so I've definitely hit them up late.
They were so nice to me on the intercom, so nice to me at the window, and like pleasant. And I'm like, thank. And they handed me the bag and wished me a good night. I'm like, thank you. And I drove off. I'm like, dude. It was, I didn't even eat it until I got home. It was still scorching hot, like fucking like fresh, like, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I ate it. One of the best fucking chicken sandwiches I ever had. Ever.
I wonder if something's going on. If like there's a corporate wide change happening. Dude, we love the Wendy's by our house. They never fuck up ever.
Well, it could have just been they just changed the fryer oil, or they just fried up some fresh stuff. I don't know. Like, it could have, for me, just been the most perfect timing, but
sure.
Everything about it, though, was just like a complete win. And it was a fucking great sandwich.
I love to hear that. That's the Asiago chicken is really good. While we're talking about 6th and 35, I know we've told this story on here before, but I just want to reminisce for a little bit.
When you got pepper spray?
Sure. That's definitely what I was going to talk about. But so Doug used to live on the east side of Austin, and the easiest way to like if you needed to go to the gas station, the easiest thing to do was just pick Doug up and hit that big gas station that's right on the frontage road of 35 and whatever that is.
What? No. If we were going down to your house,
that's what I'm saying. If I was picking you up and we were going back to my house, like I needed gas, we stopped there more than once.
If you need gas, I mean, I don't know why we always stop there. You just liked going to that.
It's just at the corner right there. I like it because I can get right out and go.
From where I used to live to where that gas station is, you pass like 6 gas stations.
But are any of them that convenient?
Are any of them that exciting?
Do any of them have a bunch of homeless people in a police station across the street, Doug? No.
How many of them are you going to freaking have to actually question if it's a good idea to go there?
Dude, exactly. So we pull into this gas station, and it's right across the
Wendy's I'm talking about.
Yeah. So that's why I brought it up. Okay. So we pull into this gas station. It's me, Doug, and Caroline, and this is years ago, probably like 7 years ago. We fucking pull into this gas station, and me and Doug get out to go inside and pay and get stuff. And as we're walking up, somebody runs out and books it. And we walk in anyway. And
there's no we. You
went in too?
No, I walked up to the doors, and when that guy kicked open the doors, covered in red fucking what spray paint would it look like, his whole fucking face. I got like probably 10 feet away from that door, and I started choking. So I'm like, fuck that.
I went in.
The clerk came pouring out, and he was just like choking and stuff. And he had the fucking giant fucking bear mace. I'm like, oh shit. And I'm literally yelling, Joel, don't go in there. Don't go in there. And you just like walk right in. Go ahead. Take it away, Joel. I'll fill in the gaps.
My bad. So anyway, I walk in, and I walked like down the aisles and shit. And then all of a sudden I started just dying, bro. I was choking so fucking bad. And so then I run out and these other two people are going in and I'm like, no, don't fucking go in there.
Right over, the clerk is literally passing out and he's just like, that guy robbed me. And like, dude, I watched Joel just walk in. Joel, don't go. And you walk back so I can see you with a convenience store. You walk out by the drinks. Totally fine. It's like you didn't even notice. And all of a sudden you see you looking around. I see Joel looking around. He's just fucking starts. You come fucking storming out. Like, what the fuck happened in there? Like, I told you, man. That guy got pepper sprayed. You're like, what the fuck? And then that Joel, you were yelling at those people, don't go in there. And dude, that old fucking dude, that clerk that's always there. I felt really bad for him, obviously, because he just got robbed or whatever.
Yeah.
But dude, you saw the guy that came out. I mean, he was coated, his whole face. Like, I don't know if you can die from pepper spray, but if there's anybody that,
yeah, you can. I don't even have to Google that. You can definitely die from pepper spray.
If that dude made it through that, I would be amazed. I don't know how he could have.
I have to immediately retract that. The EPA said the agency isn't aware of any human deaths from bear repellents and has only had 2 bear spray incidents in its database ever.
He might be the first to actually be.
He was red as fuck.
Dude, he was fucked. He was fucked, dude. Crazy.
You know, never mind. Not going to do that.
Okay. Do what, Joel?
Oh, no. It would completely change the tone in the last 8 minutes of this episode for no reason. Bear mace is super dangerous. Pepper spray it feels super dangerous. I don't know, though. You see a lot of idiots running around, though, now with pepper spray. Like pepper spraying people all the time. They must have some really weak shit.
Dude, I think about that when people like do that pepper spray and stuff and they carry it around. I think about that day all the time. I'm like, dude, if you spray that, if it gets in your eyes too, which it might have
most likely will.
Choice. Yeah, most likely will. Like, then what? You know, it's like, I don't know. It's better than
Get
nothing.
him some milk.
Yeah, yeah, I guess it's better than nothing. I mean, and people need to have something to protect themselves, I suppose. And I'd rather have somebody haphazardly using pepper spray than a gun.
Well, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so I don't know. Or I guess I do.
I had something else in my notes I wanted to talk about. Oh, yeah. I saw the fucking most disgusting video. And I know this isn't like news to anybody, but I saw a video where a dude took a hot dog and he sliced a very small, like you know, like when you're slicing garlic with a razor, like very thin layers. He took this isn't gross. No, this isn't like an injury. He cut a hot dog like that. So an extremely thin slice of hot dog, and he put it on microscope. And Doug, there was metal and hair and worms and all kinds of shit in it. And he did it to all kinds of hot dogs, and they all had shit like that in it. Paper, metal, hair, bugs.
How else are they going to hang together? How else is it going to stay together?
Bro, I was shook. So my notes say hot dogs. Are there any healthy ones? That shit grossed me out so bad I threw away the hot dogs we have.
What about Nathan's and Hebrew Nationals and stuff like that? What were you eating? Bar S?
No, we had. That's what I threw away was Nathan's. I just don't fucking. It was the most disgusting shit I've ever seen.
Well, that's so weird because after last week, I was thinking about getting a huge log of uncut bologna and just eating it like a giant hot dog.
But uncut bologna is not a hot dog. It's bologna. Is that not different?
I just consider them the same thing.
They're not the same thing, though. Hot dogs is just all the junk put into a casing.
What do you think bologna is?
Something from the bologna part of the
you
animal?
You know what fancy bologna's called? Mortadella.
What is bologna? A processed sausage lunch meat. I don't know if I'd call it sausage.
Well, I don't think you obviously don't know what sausage is.
It's cooked. Okay, it's commonly made of beef. Oh, see, god damn it. It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, I told you.
The pieces of beef, pork, turkey, and chicken that nobody wants that are then finely ground and stuffed into a casing.
Yeah. It's
I
wonderful.
fucking hate food, bro. Love
You
it
don't
so
have
much.
to eat any of that.
I love it.
You could
I love
seriously,
it.
you could seriously be, dude, you know, I've been watching this whole time. I've been watching this dude doing yard work. It's quite fascinating.
Like out of your window?
No, like on the TV.
Why? What? I mean, what is this channel?
I don't know.
Hey, you know what I just found out? And I wonder if you know this. You guys don't have cable, do you?
I mean, no, but I have the capacity to watch things.
Right, but you don't have cable, and neither do I or anyone else that I know.
No, yeah.
Did you know? Did you know? If you go like on your TV, it'll say like, you know, on mine it says like PS5, Nintendo Switch, Blu-ray or whatever, and you click on that and it takes you to the right input.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm scrolling the inputs the other day because out of nowhere they changed and I couldn't find the PlayStation. And up at the top it said live TV.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what's that? So I clicked on it.
It's your digital antenna.
Bro, we get 110 channels.
Yeah.
Just from the air.
110 channels. Look at this guy. Look at this dude.
I thought it was gonna be a completely different person, and I was like, I don't know if you should pull a kid onto this screen.
No, dude, I don't even freaking. I've never been a cat person whatsoever. I had no desire even living with these cats. But I gotta admit, I love these fuckers.
What's that one's name?
Boward. So, yeah, they're great.
I'm looking at that. Feels like. Oh, do you know what that means?
What?
In the Urban Dictionary, that means a promiscuous female or a female with a fat ass and nice tits.
What does?
Boward.
I had no idea.
It's fucking dope. That's so dope. You got a sexual ass cat.
Dude, hell yeah. His name's Bowie.
Oh, let me look up Bowie. Oh, I've got some bad news.
About that guy.
About that. I got some bad news about that guy.
The cops are telling this dude he can't do yard work anymore. I don't know.
What the fuck are you watching?
I don't know, man. I was watching. I don't know. I wish I had more to say.
I'll leave us with this. If you guys want to see something truly fucked up, watch the documentary Jimmy Savile, A British Horror Story on Netflix.
Blood. I started.
Boy. When the PI, when they say, he goes, they came to me and they said, mate, we think there might be as many as 30 victims. And I just laughed and said, mate, it's more like 500. I was like, I can't watch this anymore. This dude is fucking insane.
And dude, when I saw that, when he died, you remember when it came out? And we didn't even know who he was.
I didn't know who he was because we're so disconnected from him in America.
It was like a huge thing in the UK. Like
he was essentially like their Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, and so I'll never forget hearing about that. And like, oh, so I'm thinking like this prim and proper like TV producer, you know, like, and then that documentary, and so like, oh, the Jimmy Savile. I remember all that shit when it happened. And so I click and start watching it and it starts showing him. I'm like, that guy? I'm like, y'all were surprised?
He looks, that's the first thing Caroline said. She just heard about him when I put this on and she was like, dude, he looks terrifying.
Yeah, he looks exactly like the kind of person that would do those horrible things.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, the quotes they've pulled from him, I know they're like, look, I get it. You quote things out of context to help frame a narrative. It doesn't really fucking matter with the context here because this dude was evil as fuck. But some of the quotes they pull from him, you hear him, and you know, even realizing they're being put into a different context, or at least into the context of something that's presenting him as a monster, you still sit there and hear some of the things he said and go, and none of y'all motherfuckers were kind of like, your ears didn't perk up when he said shit like, I'm not clever. When you're clever, you get caught. I'm tricky. When you're tricky, you can never get caught. People don't just say shit like that. There's a saying that when people volunteer to you who they are, believe them. Yeah. But like, I don't know.
I like to say that all liars tell the truth.
I like to, never mind. Dude, do you remember Dog Days before we leave?
Nuh-uh.
You don't? Okay. So I was telling Caroline about this, and she was just like, "What is wrong with dudes?" Because I was like, dude, me and my friends bullied each other mercilessly. I was like, we would pick days where everyone just ruthlessly mocked and bullied somebody in the group, like Dog Doug Day or Dog Joel Day, and you couldn't escape it. Your friends would pick you up and you'd get in the car and they'd go, "Guess what today is?" and your heart would drop and they'd go, "It's Dog Joel Day," or "It's Dog Doug Day," and you just knew the rest of the day was fucked. And I was trying to explain to her that's why we all grow up to be like the way we are.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Because we fucking bully our best friends mercilessly.
Yeah, so if you're being, we don't condone that anymore. We definitely grown up since then. And
that's not, boys will be boys shouldn't mean that you treat people like shit, guys.
Yeah, so be good to your friends. And with that said, thanks for listening to another episode of IDSIBIBY, I Believe You. I'm Doug.
I'm Joel, and if you want to listen to last week's episode, you can click right here.
If you want to subscribe right here. And we'll talk to you later.